Hey everyone, welcome to the news. We're changing things up a little bit this week. We're going to kind of try and do off quick points and a little bit of discussion, basically. So we're going to start off nVidia Shield, okay? It's an Android gaming device, right? But you can stream PC games directly to the TV. And at 720p, 60 frames per second. And they even added support for 1080p now, but it's not exactly the most user-friendly thing to ever get through. But what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a good idea. It's just that what the nVidia Shield is for, they made it to play portably. Like, you're not going to connect all the time, but it's good to have when you're like sitting in the living room, you want to play a PC game, but you don't want to actually use your PC.
Yeah, well, because the whole thing was it's supposed to be like a strong device to play PC games on,
Yeah.
but right now it only runs Android games other than streaming from your PC?
Yeah, besides streaming from your PC, it's just Android games.
Okay. So far, most games on the PC are pretty supported on the platform, right? So
Yeah.
you can pretty much just stream anything to the TV.
Yeah.
It's not bad, though. Moving on, Virtua Fighter is 20 years old now. Or at least last week it's been 20 years old. Yeah, the only real Virtua Fighter that I played was the PS3 one. Me and Sean destroyed that.
Which I can't recall what number that was.
It was
I can't recall
5.
who I played in
Five.
that one.
Was it Virtua Fighter 5?
It
Yeah.
was Ryu.
Wasn't there a bear in that one?
Maybe Ken.
It's technically
No.
Yeah,
Wrong
this
games.
is-
Wrong games. No, Virtua Fighter
Were there a
had...
bunch of ninjas in it that were different colors?
No. You guys are awful. Anyways. Virtua Fighter, yeah. The only one we really played was Virtua Fighter 5.
Yeah.
But it was like the only launch title thing that I had for like PS3.
Yeah,
So we
played
kind
a
of
lot of it.
destroyed that shit.
I think it was the most approachable technical fighter that I've played, personally. I mean,
Really?
I hear a lot of people who've played Street Fighter in all of its incarnations, and I feel that it's just too uninteresting for me. Like it
Street
feels
Fighter, yeah.
too. I don't know the proper word.
arcadey?
Not arcadey. I feel like the newer ones have become too tournament geared, whereas the Virtua Fighter series it looks like it could be for tournament fighters. I think there might be tournaments for it, but it also doesn't feel unnecessarily difficult to grasp, for example, if that makes sense.
I don't know. It's never my favorite fighter at all because I never really liked any of those types of fighters like that. Tekken. The only one I really liked, I guess, maybe was Dead or Alive in that vein of fighter. But Dead or Alive was still slightly more arcadey than these technical ones.
Yeah. But the problem with the Virtua Fighter series is it's never really, in my opinion, it's never been technical so much as it's been balanced. Whereas I've never found, I mean, the Street Fighter games are, from what I understand, very balanced, but I don't feel it when I play it. You know, I feel like I'm being heavy-handedly destroyed constantly. So,
All right. Still can't wait for Guilty Gear, though. That's going to be
it's gonna be
sick.
good.
The new one?
Yeah.
So, funny stories always happen. Remember PS3, 360, people buying them at like EB Games and finding phone books in the boxes? Well, this guy, okay, buys one in Colorado off of Craigslist, right? So he meets the guy at a motel right there. Never meet people at motels for Craigslist items. So he opens the box and there's a bunch of towels inside of them. Okay?
He wasn't allowed to open it
At
before
the
he made the
motel?
transaction.
At the motel. Yeah, no, he got the money and then he opened the box. Meanwhile, that guy bolted to a getaway car in the parking lot. And this guy opens the box to find towels, which said on them, "They do dry you off better than the Xbox One."
Nice.
So bad.
Wow, that's a lot of effort put into that scam.
I know, right? God, that's so retarded.
Technically, there's still value. What did you
Yeah, I
get,
was going to say there's...
Like towels as in like paper.
No,
Towels.
actual towels.
Oh,
Like,
like
towels.
like
towels.
bath
Really?
towels, I would
Did
assume.
you know
Well,
what
that
happened
doesn't make
in
any
the States?
sense. Like, wouldn't you just pick up the box
And
and
it'd
feel
be
like,
light.
wait, that feels a
Maybe
bit light?
they were wet towels.
Maybe they're
moist
wet.
It could be wet towels.
Semi-moist towels.
Moist
Yeah, but
towels.
did you hear what
Why
happened in
don't
the States on Black Friday?
No.
Some woman
Oh, yeah,
killed
the shot.
3
Yeah.
people. No, with a knife.
Oh, with a knife? I thought she was
Not
a,
it was a
I
knife.
thought
It
it
was
was a
like an
gun.
object or something, and she stabbed 3 people.
Wow.
For Xbox?
For an Xbox or a PlayStation?
$10 off on an Xbox.
Wait, someone was gonna give her $10 off if she.
No, she was going to get a car. It was just $10 off. Or
You
something
could have
like
hired
She
her
was
as
no
a
longer
hired
the
gun
murder
to kill people.
No, she was
trying
just
to
trying to
beat people in the line. And there were 3
No, she
people
was
ahead
just-
of her, so
and she's
she
like,
needed to
I
shank
don't know.
them.
I think she was just trying to get the system first. But yeah, because it was premeditated. Because the weapon she used was really blunt, but she sharpened it.
What?
And no, but she stabbed
She
the woman.
knew she was
No,
going to stab
She
her
had a
that day.
whetstone.
At that point, get a
She
knife.
made a
Technically,
shit.
she killed 4 people because she stabbed the woman and her child, and then a pregnant woman, and killed all 3 of them.
Oh,
Wow.
way to bring
That's
the
fucked up.
room
Yeah,
down.
that's what she did.
Oh, that's horrible.
I don't even want to talk about the rest of the news.
I don't want to ever play
terrible.
video games again now.
That's what happens.
I don't want to buy an Xbox.
States.
I'm boycotting the Xbox because of this movie.
Terrible.
That's what happens in the States on Black Friday.
Oh, that's awful.
People bring tasers.
So, never meet
I
people
bring-
at
that's
motels.
non-lethal.
Yeah, never meet people at motels, and don't go to Black Friday because you get
Yeah.
stabbed.
Ah, see, I
So
picked up on
boring.
that. See, the two of you said that. Is it possible the two of you met one another at a motel?
Stab each other.
Yeah.
Stab each other.
Last
on
Friday.
a Black Friday.
Mexican,
Black
stand
Friday.
down. Let's do this.
What if you
Stand
go
up,
to a
but
motel on a Black Friday?
That's what they
Stab
did.
four
Would it
people.
technically cancel itself out?
And then
Too
a black
bad.
cat
That's your
crosses
negative
the path
part. Double negative.
Too
Absolutely
bad
terrible.
people are right.
while you're walking under a ladder made of mirrors
Yeah.
that breaks.
So Steam hit a new milestone with overall users last year around the exact same time Thanksgiving, their autumn sale. They hit 6 million people at any one given moment.
Wow.
Now this year they hit 7 million people, so it's just kind of growing to like some sort of monumental mass, right? Because they said they had like 60 million accounts. I don't know if those are active. Last I heard there was like 33 million active
No,
accounts.
that was all of accounts.
I know it was 60 million all accounts, and now they have like 33 million like active accounts. So like people that actually log in once a month or something.
It's probably going to still grow.
For sure. I mean, well, they keep growing at about a million a year, right? But they've been around for 10 years. So when did this actual
Spike happen?
when did they start gaining like a million people every year? Because
Green light.
green light, yeah, that's
Came out last year, didn't it?
yeah, but
Technically,
no,
it's a million people. With
yes, but that's not what I meant.
Of a
No, because the year before they're at 5 million,
Oh, so it actually has been growing. So
growing steadily. Half-Life 3.
People are realizing that PC games are cheaper during sales. Like a brand new game, like I think Naruto, they have it for PC. I only know this because I played Naruto.
Yeah,
It was like $15, and it's a $40 game.
yeah, on
And it's
PC.
Well,
live for
RPG
PS.
Maker.
RPG Maker 2, this
Yeah.
deal was down to like $60.
Which I
Which is how much is it
Which you
normally?
got, yeah.
it was actually
$17.
$70 down to $17. Like, that's a great deal.
Oh, 17. I would have bought
17,
it.
yeah. Mayor and Erickson bought it.
I didn't know that. $70 originally to
Yeah.
17.
It's
Well,
crazy
It'll go back
expensive.
on sale during the Christmas
Yeah.
sale. I'll pick it up then.
Probably.
I willingly buy that just to relive being 17 again.
I remember playing the original RPG Maker on PS1,
Oh, I was with you.
not knowing
Yeah,
what
me
to
too.
do.
Me
It's
too.
terrible.
And laughing at
Yeah,
how
not
idiotic
too,
you are.
Continuing on, we've got the worst attachment for a video game ever. Basically, it is you plug it into USB ports or whatever, and it's this little LED light that you suction cup to your TV to replace like the crosshair. So you always know where the center of your screen is without having to use your iron sights. How dumb is that? It looked so terrible.
It's about as dumb as Gunners, probably.
Gunners.
Well, there's like those stupid glasses you see people buy. They're like yellow tinted glasses.
But
and
aren't those just for hunting?
They're made for, I guess, looking through. Like I don't know.
Looking-
Like Mayor was mentioning
Looking
before.
through.
I think they're good for like if you're looking at a screen all day.
It's light
Okay.
just to see
Or
lights
looking at
properly.
life all
Because I
day.
have them too for work.
Yeah.
To see a red laser.
Uh-huh.
If it's super bright outside, you're never going to see it unless you have a red tinted glass to see the red light.
Okay,
It
but
just
these
seems
are
really
yellow
dumb.
though?
Well, it just seems really dumb to have them for like, oh, I play Call of
Gaming.
Duty for 9 hours a day, so I need these glasses to wear.
It kind of
Yeah.
just reduces the strain on your eyes. Like I look at a screen for 8 hours at work, and then I play video games after. So
Yeah, I'm
the-
surprised you don't wear glasses.
yeah, I don't wear glasses. I have perfect vision, but
I think
I wear
it's-
glasses.
Blind as a bat.
Blind as a bat.
It's funny how also on a PC title to replace like a hack for I guess a PS3 title, like I could just have an aimbot if I wanted on PC, but now I have to buy this little peripheral to plug into my screen to make it so I can be better at Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. Last couple of things. Battlefield 4 was supposed to have a patch today for PS4 to fix online stability and some bugs, along with a campaign bug that has been plaguing people. Basically, you play the campaign and then the campaign files get corrupt and you have to restart. Which is, I mean, no one really plays Battlefield for the campaign, but if you even start it and then it gets erased, you're never starting it again.
No.
That's not happening.
That's actually happening too for Batman Arkham Asylum.
Really? You're
Arkham
getting people are
Origins.
getting erased?
Xbox 360 version, it's just corrupting saves every so often.
God.
My friend's played it 3 times now. He played it twice. It corrupted on the original game. And then he was playing New Game Plus, and he was like 60% of the way through, and it corrupted. He had to go back and do everything all over
God.
again.
Even
He's like-
the Game Plus one, so it erases the original
Yeah,
one
so he's
too.
like, I'm just done. I'm
Yeah,
not
he's
gonna
never
play
playing that
anymore."
again. And last but not least, Sony has announced that they sold 2.1 million total PS4s So like they were saying, like what we actually mentioned last week, that Xbox had sold like 1 million copies in the same amount of time that the PS4 did. But the funny thing was that Xbox One released basically globally, whereas the PlayStation 4 only released in North America, and they released globally on the 29th of November. So it kind of opened up the pool a bit. Anyway, so they hit 2.1, basically one in North America and one in the rest of the world, and they're expected, or they want to hit at least 3 million by the end of the year.
Yeah,
So.
but if they make more consoles, they could sell more.
Exactly. Whoever makes more consoles is gonna sell more, because pretty much both of these into Christmas are going to be sold out no matter what.
Yeah, but they don't want to sell too many copies of it either, I don't think. Or
Why? Of course you want to sell as many systems as possible.
Yeah, but they don't want to oversaturate either, because if people are buying consoles now but there's no games for them to play, they'll lose interest in the console and subsequently buying games.
No, but as soon as new games come out, people will buy them.
I don't know about that.
How? They have a new system. They want games for it. If they buy a system and it's like, oh, there's no games, and when a game comes out, they're like, fuck it, I don't want to play anymore. That's no. I don't agree with that.
Well, that's how I feel about it. I think that it's not a good business move if they don't have games to support it.
Both of you, and I'm pointing at Sean and Brandon, are both expected to buy PS4s when like Infamous comes out.
True.
You're waiting for that game.
And the reason why I'm not buying one now is because there's no games out for it.
I know, but see, the thing is, the people that buy the systems now are still going to buy Infamous when it comes out, because it's a highly touted game for the PS4.
Know about that?
How do I know that? Well, I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, you're an early adopter. You're a horrible example of how people buy things.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about? Like people that buy the system for like their kid on like for
I'm saying
Christmas.
The longer that you own something, the less you appreciate it. If you buy a console when there's a lot of games out for it, you're likely to buy those games, as opposed to if you buy a console, there's no games for it. When games start to come out, you don't actually have the excitement necessarily to go out and buy them.
Not as appreciated.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
I guess I could see the point you're making, but I don't know. It all depends on the person, because some people could do that, some people would not. So.
I'd have to agree with that.
No, I think it's fact.
That's true. No, that's fine. That's why I was looking for your...
I'm pretty sure Sean just stated a fact.
No, but it's just it just depends on the person.
No, exactly. That's why it's...
All right,
it's
well...
the point we brought up.
Yeah, but at that point, I don't think those people would actually buy a new system at launch. Those people would not. You guys wouldn't. If that would happen to you, you just wouldn't buy one, which is what you...
No, but I'm just touching on what Mayor had said, where it's just a question of how many consoles are being produced. But I think that it's in their interest to some extent to actually control how many consoles are being produced and sold.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, there's not so much of a surplus to the point where people that don't want it and that would buy it as maybe a novelty because a new system came out wouldn't actually buy it because they're not that readily available. Like, there are still, like, out of all the systems that got sold, they're all pretty much gamers that bought them, right? And to the point where there are still gamers actively seeking out consoles because they're all sold out. There's not so many consoles to the point to where it gets to where you're talking about.
Right, okay.
Like the Wii.
Like the Wii.
Like the Wii.
I hated the Wii.
It was okay for what it was.
Waited.
There are some
It
games...
still has the highest sold...
I waited out
No,
loud.
PS2s are still over, no?
Is it? I thought the Wii's were up there.
I don't even know
I
anymore.
know the Wii's are pretty high, though.
The Wii's are pretty high.
I don't think they passed PS2, though. PS2 is pretty much the
Yeah.
reigning champion
I
of...
think so.
I miss my PS2.
I still have it.
I still
I still have it. I don't just
This is
play
why the PS4 should include VHS playback.
And on that note, that is it for the news. So,
For the BJ.
for the BJ News, comment, subscribe, like, do all that jazz, and listen to our jargon, which is up next.
Beep, boop, boop, ba-doop.